Hi, it's Sparkling Corwhin, and I've cut the trees. You've seen the video, and now I'm boiling sap, or that's the hope. That's today's plan. I've got the full day set aside, and yeah, we're boiling. We're starting to boil. It's 8:41 in the morning. I've been out here since 8. It is quite cold, very cold wind behind me. I'm gonna have to get a balaclava. I can just feel my skin just seizing up. But let me show you what we got so far. I have my setup here of 3 sap boilers. They do different things, they burn differently. Anyway, this one's already going. You can't really see the smoke's blowing into you. It's not going to be boiling for a while because it's got to get up to temperature. And I've started it. I'm not stalking it too much. I've just got this one going. Got to get the pan on it and then get sap on that. I got some sap waiting here. And this one here will be next. So I'm using some really dry wood, last year's wood. It's been around. And then I'll get into this year's wood, or this past season's wood. I got to wood late. I got cutting wood late. You want to cut it, stack it, store it as quickly as you can. And the summer's good, so it's a long time to dry out. So I started this late, November, December. It's had the winter inside the barn, but the barn's been cold. So we have extra wood here. And I think we may throw some of this in, but it is not dry. It's been out in the elements. It's been waiting for me to split. It has just been under a big snowdrift, so I hadn't got to it. And now we're out of snow, but it's got to dry. But we might just throw it in just because we need some fuel, even though it'll smoke more. So an overview of these boilers. Basically, you have your standard oil barrel type size thing. This one's a little bigger because it was given this customs pan. Anyways, you can buy these kits off Amazon from the US. People use them to make these oil barrels to heat up their shop or to heat up their cabin. Basically, you get this frame, you get this door, you get the handle, you get some legs on there to stand things up, and you get this flue to hold the pipe. You gotta buy the pipe. Had to get that at Home Hardware. Basically had to grind out a top in it, something that fit. Like I said, this is a custom pan. A friend gave to me. These ones here, these are from a restaurant supplier. These are what you would use for a buffet. So I've got some stains in it. Don't worry about that. That's not going to affect anything. And I've got them staggered here. But basically the flames are licking the bottom. The more surface area you can get on the pan for fire, the more it's going to increase the temperature. This one was gifted to me by neighbors. You can see the pans will sit on top. And because they sit on top, there's less surface area for the flames to lick for the pan. These will be a little slower, so I have a plan what I'm going to do with this one, because I can never get this as hot as I can this one or the back of this one. Anyways, we've got a strong wind today, so it's coming from kind of the northeast. So what I'm planning on doing is either put a vehicle across here, or I'm going to put some metal panels across, because what's this wind is doing is it's wicking away all my heat. It's blowing away all my heat, and I want my heat to stick around and build up. It's just going to take me more wood to get everything to boil the temperature, and I got a lot to boil today, so I'm going to have to block the wind somehow. Oh, this is a wonderful sound. Just roar of a fire, a little bit of cracking. The only problem is containing the smoke. Some smoke's leaking out. Oh, starting to get some little boiling action there. Starting to get some vaporization. Anyway, I want the smoke to be up and away, so that way it's not going to affect the flavor too much of the maple syrup. But I need this open a little bit to get some airflow. I just don't want too much smoke getting up and into the sap, because that will affect the flavor. It's okay, but I don't want to affect the flavor too much that someone goes, ew, I don't want this. This is the wood that I've got chopped and piled up in the barn. It was supposed to dry all winter, but it was pretty cold. So it's what I got. I'll have to start earlier next year. Anyways, I've already gotten a quarter gone, so we're going through wood pretty quick today. Everything is cooking. This doesn't usually cook, but it's cooking. It's decreasing a lot. This is a great pan. I just got to keep this hot, and that's the hardest part. Just keep feeding wood in here. This one, you can see the difference. Back's boiling, front's not. And what I've done here, put up a little barricade for the wind, and you can see everything's coming up this high and then blowing away. This has really made a difference. I can see it right away. I am not losing as much heat. Wind is starting to change direction a bit. So what I've done is just put up some T-posts with some really old plywood and then just held it in place. Some of it's just fallen over. The wind will change. I do not have a shack or a shed to put this in. I do not do this in the forest. That would be much easier. Forest blocks the wind, all the trees do, and you don't have to move the sap as far as I do. I move it over 1,000 meters anyways. This is where I'm storing the sap in the old milk house. So I've already taken out 12 containers. Yeah, I don't know, we got 14 left here, 13. It holds the temperature well in here, keeps it cool, doesn't get it too frozen, and yeah, it's worked well for me to have it in here. It's a heck of a walk carrying it all to the boilers. Everything's cooking slowly. I got 8 empty buckets. Put another wall up because the wind had changed, and now the wind has changed again. It's coming about this way now. Can't win. Anyways, I got 4 more buckets. I think that'll be it for the first boil. 14 is the temperature gets colder tonight. The sun drops. It is going to take longer to finish. That's one thing I've learned is don't bother boiling at night if it's cold. It's now 9:30. It's pretty dark. You can see a little bit of the sparks coming out now. There we go. Anyways, I just put on a whole lot more sap, so that's it. 14 buckets for today. You can see the color is getting darker as this has been more concentrated. And the one in the back here, it's getting more darker as it's getting more concentrated too. So this is it for the buckets. I'm thinking 1, 2 o'clock is when it'll all get done. Not soon enough. It takes its time. Luckily the wind's died down. But you can see it. You can see how hot it is. If I turn off my light. This is part of the whole process, is just wait. But it'll be worth it. It'll be so sweet, it'll be worth it. So in between those times that I need to add sap or stoke the fire, I'm doing stuff. I'm constantly walking around outside today, putting up those walls, bringing over more sap. I was actually chopping some wood, collecting more other sap in the forest, not being away for very long. Right now I'm just inside and I'm putting more seeds in the seed trays with a growing mixer, and you hear that's the furnace kicking on. Anyways, can't just stand still, but I have to also be close by if I need to be, and check the time constantly and make sure that I'm constantly looking at it, constantly going over and checking it and adding when I need to be.
So right now I'm going to be looking at it, stoke the fire a little bit, maybe get some more wood, then come back and work on the seedlings more. So I got probably about 2-3 hours of production going on still, and yeah, it's causing me a lot of checking, and it's, you know, that's what it is. It's a waiting game, but a watching game too.
This is the time that I just want to lie down and get a few minutes rest, but I know I'm not gonna wake up. But everything is really decreasing. Evaporation is still going on. Pretty little circle around the moon. Just keep plugging away. The only thing is that I gotta get all kind of lights out because it's just dark and there's no wind. Temperature's not dropping too much, so I got a lot of variables on my side. It's just dark. We're getting really, really close. Using this candy thermometer, I'm just below 100 degrees Celsius. I think we want 108. Anyway, this is just goo, brown goo. It smells like sugar. Getting really, really close. After all is said and done, I got 7 jars, so that's 3.5 liters. Yeah, over 255 liters of sap going into this. This is obviously when it overflowed, when it got to its foam stage, that was significant. It's a lot darker than I want it to be, which means it looks like I cooked it too long, but I didn't. I think it's actually a little too liquidy. I don't know. I'm not liking this, but it's dark and I'm tired. Anyway, you look in here, the filter, you get all kinds of soot and sand. That's from what's been filtered out. That's why we filter it. So that is my first boil of the season. Probably should have made a video of the second one, but I had time and I thought it was going to turn a little better. But every year I'm learning, every year I'm getting a little better, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this. Not just for maple syrup, but for the whole learning process of food production. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm hoping you're enjoying seeing all the trees tapped and the blue or metal or green buckets that are in your neighborhood, and thinking about all those that are going to have warm, gooey goodness on their French toast, pancakes, or waffles. So, once again, thank you for watching, and remember, finish your vegetables, buy some local, be good to each other. I am exhausted. I am going to go to bed. This is what I meant about it gets to the foam stage. I got to move this over to the smaller pan because I can't tip this and pour this through the filter into the pot. So, but this is what it looks like. It was almost all evaporated. It is now, I can bet you, above 105 degrees. But this is what's when sap's ready, when it's going. I call this the candy floss stage. The candy, yeah. But that's where it is here too, getting there. But I couldn't really show this last time because this was overflowing, because it suddenly expands to about 5 times, 6 times the volume of the liquid. Anyways, I wanted to give you a better video of that before I ended out my video. I haven't spent a lot of money on a lot of high-tech stuff. Keep it low-tech, so I have a pan or pot here, and I have my cloth filter, and I just put everything that was in that big stainless steel pan into here. It will filter through. There'll be a lot of debris that I can't get out or scoop out that I've missed. This will catch, and this is really hot. I will have to squeeze this to get the rest of the syrup through, and I'll be using silicone gloves for that. It's not, high-tech setup, but it's a setup that works for me.